Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect. This is Paya Allah from the GMS London camp, okay, and this is an article from Russia Today, RT.com. Okay, passenger reading aloud from Bible causes panic on London rush hour train, okay. Um, I literally just see this and I started recording before I even read the article. Okay, train passengers forced open the doors of a carriage and climbed onto the tracks Monday morning after a religious man sparked mass panic. And this shows you this is meant to be a Christian country. When you go back into the time of the medieval period, the Dark Ages, which really was our people ruling, you had King Henry VIII. He moved away from the Catholic Church and founded the Church of England, in which this country's meant to be founded upon. They go down to the cathedral for their weddings and ceremonies and announcements. So they say they follow the Bible. They swear in on the Bible. Everything of that nature. The law of the country is founded upon the Bible. But yet these people are running when a man's reading a Bible. Okay, that shows you they do not know nor follow any of the words in the scriptures, man. In the wake of a weekend of terror in which 50 people were killed in Las Vegas and two women knifed to death in Marseille, commuters in Wimbledon were on edge, okay? So everyone's on edge right now, okay? And all the things of previous, they mentioned those the attacks. But you also had, they said there was a knife man on Oxford Street. And it's funny how that, we go out there on Oxford Street and we teach from the Bible, and all these attacks are centered around, you know, um, basically shots in the dark at us, man. Okay, the elites of this society are basically looking to do what they've done before. When you go back to Nero, I can't, I believe he set the Colosseum alight, or he burned somewhere, one of the buildings, and he basically blamed it all on the Jews, man, our people, in which he could, go against us with a heavy hand. And this is the same that's being done today. Okay, as a man began to read aloud from his Bible, fear spread through the crowded carriage outside Wimbledon station, and that's what when we go out there on the highways and byways, you get the same reaction, man. Because pursuant to Isaiah 58:1, we're told to cry aloud and spare not. So we cry aloud through the scriptures. Okay, shout, and we spare not your feelings. We don't we the Most High is not a respecter of persons, so we being you know channeling the same spirit of the Heavenly Father are not respecters of persons. Okay, we respect what's written inside of the book, and that's what we are to live by and die by. Okay, the man began spouting phrases like "death is not the end." One passenger said. um, Spooked passengers forced open the train doors and self-evacuated the rush hour train. Well, I'm just laughing because this if you're reading from the Bible, I don't know what you know. There's crazy people out there. That's a given. But that just shows you reading from any form of religious text. Really, the Bible shouldn't be getting this kind of a bad rap. You know what I mean? Because it's a God-fearing country. But you do have some bug outs out there that'll go out and do some criminal shit. And the only example I can think of is an Edomite, a so-called white man from Norway, killed like 79 people. And he said it was a Christian, a hardcore Christian. Spooked passengers forced open the train doors and self-evacuate the rush hour train. Emergency protocols were engaged as the rail network cut the power to the tracks to avoid injury. The mass panic caused major disruption, and some trains were delayed until 3 p.m. He was scaring people, one commuter told the BBC. The guy stopped and stood there with his head down. Um, the train had been travelling between Shepperton and London Waterloo, when the man's Bible reading led to a commotion. Okay, British Transport Police said no arrests had been made yet, but significant delays had been caused on services in and out of Waterloo. Now, whether or not this is a criminal, a Network Rail spokesperson said no passengers or train staff had been injured. Now, with all the repercussions of this, nothing's happened so far. But the point is that this vibration's been sent out to the people. That reading aloud from the Bible causes panic on a London rush hour train. So that puts the mindset of loud Bible reading or reading from the Bible period is a potential terrorist in the midst, in the wing. Okay, and this is all shots in the dark at us, man. Okay, the crafty cancel the wicked that worketh in the darkness. Okay, so I'm gonna read this scripture and wrap it up. 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High have sent forth us, the apostles, last. Okay, and we're sent forth last. We're sent after all these different so-called movements, um, going back to the Black Panthers, the Nation of Islam, um, you know, all these different moves, 5%ers, and now you got us, man, the Rastafarians. And then you got the apostles, the prophets, starting with the apostles of Great Millstone, as they were appointed to death. Okay, and we're to do this as it's appointed to death. That don't mean we're gonna strap up bombs and go out and kill people, because the weapons of our warfare are not welfare are not carnal, but mighty to the pulling down of the strongholds. And it tells you to bring every mind into the obedience of Yahweh Shai. We're doing it by the word, man. The Hebrews tells you that this word is a double-edged sword, man. Sword, it's going through flesh like spirit, man. You if you come on the wrong side of this sword, yeah. Basically, well, if you eat this sword, yeah, the wrong side of the sword, what's gonna happen to you? You're never gonna be the same man a day the rest of your life, man. You're gonna walk different, talk different, and your mind won't ever be the same. As it was appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle. How we made a spectacle when we go out on the highways and byways, and we speak unto the people, onto the world, and that on the world how over YouTube, and to angels and to men, because we have angels that encamp with us and surround us, and they're they marvel at what we do as well, and to men. So with that, I pray you're edified. Say shalom.